Drivers, start your reading. MotorSim Racing Magazine is the first and only magazine dedicated to sim racing. Every month we'll be covering the hot topics around the world of sim racing. So if you're looking to be in the know, go to www.motorsimsracing.com. You will find articles from your favorite drivers, leagues, and other prominent people in the sim racing community. Want an update of your favorite league? We got it. Want to learn the basics on finding a perfect league for you? We got it. Want to know more about how leagues are run? We got it. So remember, when you want to know what's going on in the sim racing world, go to www.motorsimracing.com.
Green flag 99. White flag 99. One roll, 23 to staging. Checkered flag 99. Green flag 81.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome
White
here tonight.
flag 81.
We're under the lights here. Iowa Speedway Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine.
23
Iowa
roll,
Speedway here,
double zero to
Newton,
staging,
USA.
double zero to
We got
staging.
some clear skies here tonight. I definitely want to appreciate everybody coming out here tonight because, hey, I'm Joe White. I'm up here with old John T. Wimmis, man. John, what's going on?
Hey, not much, Joe. Excited about this.
Checker
I enjoy
flag
this
81.
track a lot. Went and turned some laps on it earlier, and I really think we're in for a good race tonight. The car handles real well here, so
Green
these guys
flag
put on a heck of a
23.
show, last week and this week so far. So looking forward to another one.
Absolutely. Well, we're in the middle of qualifying. Everybody knows qualifying here. They do it unique style, one by one, the old style. So figured everybody was wanting some in-car shots during qualifying. Figured we'll put it on that side. We're going to flip through the outside and inside for them. And yeah, we did hit the
White
600
flag
number.
23.
John Marine out there, got to give him a credit. The old accountant here at OSR Network, so to speak. Man keeps up with numbers, man.
00 roll, late
He needs to be an accountant the way he does. And he said by Wednesday, and he was dead on. Actually, it was funny because I got a message last night, and the guy actually posted on one of the videos and said, "Hey, woohoo! I'm the number 600 sub." And I looked at it, and he was posting on my fishing video. And if anybody wants to laugh, go check out my DuckTales fishing review,
Green
Euro
flag
fishing
00.
game review. And yeah,
You sound
good laugh.
completely ecstatic the whole time. You love fishing, that's all I know.
Hey, yeah, it's
And
a
I
fishing
say that
game.
with sarcasm.
It was a fishing game, man.
I believe
That's all I
you
can say.
You would rather find your way out of a corn maze with Helen Keller.
Well,
White flag
what,
00.
if you watch the video, there's one part of it. Once you cast your reels out there, I said, well, this is the exciting part of the
818
game.
roll, 18
Sitting
to
here
staging,
and
18 to
waiting,
staging.
you know. So go watch it, folks. Hey, if you want to laugh, check it out. But anyway, man, I welcome everybody to come out because we're here at Iowa Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine. And man, we got some Xfinity style cars out here. Last night's
Checkered
race in
flag,
Texas,
00.
man, was awesome with the trucks. Boy, what an exciting finish that one was. Aiden Young pulling off that victory. Don't know who we got out here tonight. We got 20 bad fast
Green
machines out here
flag,
under the
818.
lights. Iowa's a short track. It can be tricky. But John, you said you ran around here a little bit today.
Yeah, I usually do that, especially with the new tire model out, and they changed the Xfinity car a little bit. So I want to see what it was like, and I really like it, man. It was very stable. You could really be aggressive on new tires.
White flag
Once they
818.
start wearing off, you can get loose on entry and push through center off. So we'll see, how that works out. Definitely run that high line down in 3 and 4, but I do believe 1 and 2 we're going to see some guys push up towards the wall right there. But it's a little bit different from entry to exit, so definitely have to adjust for that as the run goes on.
Checkered flag 818.
Yeah, I like this. I've ran it several times in the truck, and I love, man, running it here in the truck. Actually, it was one of my favorite tracks. Didn't do too
Green
bad here
flag
when I did
18.
run in the leagues. But sometimes, man, you do have bad days because it is a short track in the terms of being a short track. And but it also, like what John just said out there in the chat, it's a short track that thinks it's a mentality of an intermediate track because there's some pretty good speeds here.
Oh, definitely. That's the thing I like about it is that
White
you can
flag
really
18.
hit a lot of speed here, and the thing is your exit's got to be perfect. You got to keep that momentum up here, and we'll see that in the
90 roll,
outside
5
after a
to
while. That's
station,
pretty much
5
where
to
you want to be. And what's cool about it is it's got that short track to it to where you can, outbrake a guy, maybe carry a little bit more speed in, but if you're really good on braking, get that run on the inside and be able to get the grip coming off
Checkered
there.
flag 18.
To me, this is a very racy track, and that's what I like is I hate the, just follow the leader type stuff, and this is a perfect
Green
track.
flag 90.
It is. I mean, it could be some good racing, and then again, it all depends on how they get, strung out here, because there's multiple grooves here, like what you just said. I don't think it's really one groove. Now, after a while, tires go away. Yeah, probably the middle high line coming off is probably going to really want to go, but going down low. But you can get double file here, and sometimes 3 wide, especially on that front stretch there.
Wow.
Oh yeah, but I don't condone it. I'm not saying do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to say go out there and try it, but it can be
This
done.
is a hard enough track 2x2 here, especially when you're on the inside on some old tires. It's really hard to keep that grip on the bottom because you got nowhere else to go. I mean, especially in 3 and 4, we'll see guys probably literally running right up against the wall right there, and
We'll try to get
just got to
you
be
a
careful as you go.
report
But
from
it'll be interesting to see, man. Like I said, when I go out and I turn hot laps, I ran about 50 laps here, and you really could get loose going in. So we'll see what happens. These guys try to race each other into the corner, and maybe see somebody get a little sideways there. And like I said, you can push coming off. So it's a lot of different variables here, And the thing I like about this car is kind of like the truck we were talking about last night, is the way you drive it from the start is how you can affect how the car acts at the end of a green flag run, and hopefully we'll see that again tonight. You have some long green flag runs here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I want to welcome out there. It's Billy Hargrove. That is DJ Hargrove's dad. He's out there watching. He says he's from the hospital room, so we wish him definitely getting well. Hate to see anybody, man, in the hospital, but hey, well enough, man, to watch man from the hospital. That's awesome, man. Well, say it's awesome.
It is awesome. Any day you can. I mean, you hate being in the hospital, but I know DJ has been real concerned about him, and he talked to us about it not long ago, and glad to know that he's doing better there and feeling well enough to stay up and come in here. You know, that's pretty cool, man. You know, all the things he could be doing and really trying to rest. But he'd rather sit here and watch a race and listen to you and I. Now, he might cut the volume down after a while, but nevertheless, he's here. So we appreciate that and wish him all the best.
Well, I had to, and you talk about rest, they might have to come in there once in a while, man, if old DJ or somebody out here gets into the wall, he might get too excited. So we'll have to see how the race goes on. We're in qualifying. Andrew Kennelly, the man on point right now. Jason Alexanderson second. We still got probably about 10 or so cars left here to go. So yeah, definitely. The thing about it is, though, I don't see DJ in the field here tonight.
Yeah, I don't either.
Let's ask him. He's in the chat. Who you rooting for then tonight there, Billy? I have to give him a second. I know he's on a delay, but
Green flag 72.
who are you going to root for tonight? I see that Eric Test not out here again. He's missing the other one. I know he's on a race.
Hey, Eric is going to be gone for the week, so I hate that.
Man.
But gotta enjoy life and go do some other things, and that's what he's doing. So he'll be back and put it to these boys again, or try to, as he does every week.
Well, what paint job is Kenneth Johnson in this week, man? He's in a different one. Hang on a second. We had to get.
I feel like his paint jobs are just all over the place. All right.
What?
I just saw it.
We're about to. Wiener King. Wow. Well, he's got the Wiener Mobile out there tonight, folks.
And honestly, knowing him, that is probably a real sponsor.
Yeah, I don't know where this cat finds some of these guys or restaurants. I mean, I've never seen anybody find so many unusual, let's use it that way, that's the word, unusual restaurants.
If you look at it from the rear chase view, you will laugh.
Yeah, well, where's he, I guess he uses the yellow pages. I don't know what he does, man.
Well, who knows? With him, who knows, man?
Yeah.
The dude is hilarious. He's got a great attitude. He doesn't care if you're hitting him or if he's wrecking. The man's just always hyped up, and he loves racing and loves being a part of it. It's really cool, man. I mean, I've never met anybody like him, and I say met. I've never met him in person, but we've talked to him a lot. And I've talked to him away from here. The guy's just unreal, man. You can't ask for a better guy and a funnier person. It's just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's just totally different than anything you've ever experienced before with him. But as a super guy.
Well, Christy out in the chat says, as you can tell, Ken hates color and has no sense of humor. Ha ha.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely lacking a sense of humor.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's what we were just talking about. Wow.
Yeah, well, I feel like if that was the case, she would never make the track from Michigan to way down in the south where he's at. That wouldn't be the case.
Guys like we said, the Energizer Bunny. Well, right now, Michael Redding, he's got his Evil Knievel machine on point. Tommy Haynes is out there, and I don't know why I keep trying to call him Tommy Jones.
You want him to start singing It's Not Unusual, that's all.
Playing the drums
You like that jam. You want to do the Carlton.
There you go. Well, he's got the Firehouse machine out there. And let's see where he put that in fifth spot right now. Not bad. Looking good. So
it's not bad for a guy that didn't get much practice. I know he just popped in there about the last minute, had his son, and had to take him to some football practice, and I texted him. I said, "You gonna make the race?" He's like, "Man, I don't know." I said, "Well, you better get in there and get some laps in." So got that Firehouse Subs machine up there, and He runs Firehouse Subs because he is a volunteer fireman here in our town of Bassett, Virginia, which is right next to where I live, and he's a very big man. So if somebody ever needs help, he's the guy to carry you out.
There you go. Well, Aiden Young, last night's winner, man, and a thriller at Texas is out there right now. And he's got his Motor Sim Racing magazine machine out there. Let's see where he's at right now. Currently 7th. He just got done. And my thing is updating, so I think 7th is about all he got.
Yeah, I believe it is.
All right. Well, he didn't. Last night didn't qualify so well. He's back in the teens, and then obviously ended up pulling it out. So don't count him out tonight.
Just got to be consistent. I tell you, we got to give Aiden a lot of credit, though. I mean, you said it last night. You picked him to win, talking about putting a complete race together, and he's gotten a lot better from. And I don't know him personally. I just know him from here, and have seen him race at Extreme and race here now. And he's doing so much better, and I think that league racing has really helped him grow as a driver and do so much better.
Absolutely. Well, we've got Jake Little out there, man. He's a newcomer here. Actually does the Hollywood Racing League on Friday nights there. Haven't really ever seen him out there. Yeah, Jake's out here. I haven't seen him out here. So looking good. Sitting in 10th
yeah, he's
place.
in the field. There you go.
Yes, in 10th place right there.
I know, I'm cutting you off, Joe. I'm sorry. I'm excited, man. I'm sorry.
I can tell. Man. You must have had some Wheaties today, man.
Dude, I've had nothing. I've been with my 1-year-old all day long. And so I've had to watch all kinds of cartoons and a bunch of junk. I'm so excited to have some time to myself now to do this. You have no idea.
I understand, man. Hey, and there ain't nothing like it, man, to come in some short track racing, nighttime atmosphere with these guys here, man, to put on a good show. And I had the viewers out there, man, that come in each and every week to watch us do it. I got to, just real quick, got to say something about that. I appreciate it. I know John does. For the viewers that come in, the real, I'm not going to say all viewers we appreciate, but the real ones that come in all the time, that just come in, week in and week out, that don't miss the races. Man, it's awesome to see y'all guys out there, and we appreciate it, and can't really just say enough about it. It's awesome. I know the drivers in the leagues that love it, so it'll be fun tonight.
Oh, man, it's totally cool, man, to see you hit 600 finally, honestly, and you and I have spoke about it. This is growth that was not expected. It was slow and steady, and we like quality over quantity when it comes to viewers, and want people to come in here and want to be here and be a part of the action. And we try to talk to the viewers out here as much as we can. And the leagues, every one of the leagues cares about the show that they put on for the viewers, because that's what it's all about, really, is showcasing their league, putting the sponsors' names out there. But really putting on a good show, because if they didn't, and if we were terrible, nobody would watch it. So, I'm not going to sit here and say that we're fantastic. We do the best we can. We do a good job. I think we do pretty well. But I tell you this right now, for anybody that can put up with Kenneth Yance on a daily basis, if we can convert you from not being a race fan to being a race fan, we've really accomplished something. So for Krista that's out there, we converted her, and we didn't have to go knock on her door to talk to her about it either. So it was just by watching. But man, it's really cool, and we appreciate all the viewers. I know the leagues do, the sponsors do. They like to see this type of growth, and this is exactly what we need to help further sim racing and get more sponsors involved. And it's really cool, man. But it also shows how much work you've put into it, your own money and your time and effort, and people have no idea that you don't get rich doing this. This is all about having fun, and that's why you do it. And we're here for that, and you let me be a part of it, and I appreciate that. And it's really cool, man, when I go into official races on iRacing, they're like, hey, you're that guy that's with Joe. They don't really know my name, but they know your name.
Well, you talk about sponsors. Let's give a shout out to our title sponsor here to OSR Network. TN Designs, Racing Designs and Graphics. You need a paint job for your car, you need something logo for your league. Those boys at TN Designs. You're going to see a few of them out here tonight racing around this track here at Iowa, and you're right there, John, man. It's It's kind of cool, man, to see. I don't get out in official racing like I used to. I used to get out a lot. I'm gonna try maybe this season get out more.
Congratulations, you're tonight
I think we're done with qualifying. Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, he just wrapped it up. Tyler Justice on the pole with a 22.267. Michael Redding second with a 22.388.
I'm going to be judging it by the center seam and the track, so keep that as a... I'll let y'all...
All right, well...
And I don't know what you're seeing Sawyer Odd in, the car number 35. It's a yellow DeWalt car.
I'll switch to him right fast. Yep, I've got him in a white... Well, if he watches the stream, he'll be able to see it. Unless he can't get a word for our leader.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
It should be yellow DeWalt. I don't know if it's not updated yet. But
yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, bro.
Tyler Justice, Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Joe, loud and clear.
Well, I tell you what. I don't know if you ever get tired of talking to me, but man, I know the viewers out here don't get tired of listening to it. You put it on poll again, man. Looking bad fast in that Sim Spec PC machine. How's the track feeling? How's this Xfinity build feeling for this track? How you think your chances are bringing this thing home tonight?
Well, first and foremost, I want to thank my sponsor, SimSpec, for being on the car. They're a great partner to be with. Go check them out if you want a new PC. And, yeah, the track feels pretty good. It's tight like I expected it to be, but hopefully we can maintain the track position, because I think it's going to be a little hard to pass here at this track with it being so tight. Hard to roll around the bottom and get up off the corner to pass people, but I think if we can do that, we'll be in good shape.
Well, good deal, man. Well, I'll tell you what, you definitely got some bad, fast cars out there and whatnot. So, sorry about that. Sawyer, by the way, I'm showing you in a black with yellow writing a DeWalt. It's a DeWalt machine. Got DeWalt all over that thing. So I know you just sent me a message there. Just to let you know, that's what I'm showing you in. And just to let all you guys know, I switched to a different paint program, and it's downloaded all the paints a lot better than what it was before, so should show up everything good. But hey, back to what I was saying. Congratulations again to Tyler Justice out there, man. Hey, this is a short track with a one of the viewers out here with a medium style attitude to it, so it can be fun, can be tricky. Good luck, gentlemen. I'll see you at the end of this one. All right, I don't know if you can see the stream or not, John, but that's what I'm showing him in. It looks like that's what he's saying.
Yeah,
show him in a DeWalt.
Yeah, it's black with the yellow writing, and for some reason, in iRacing, it's showing him in a yellow car with black writing. So it's just backwards.
Okay, all right then. Well, either way, we got him in a DeWalt. So there we go. Well, it seems like every week, week in, week out, you know, we talk about Tyler Justice putting it on pole, and he's done it again. So, I mean, that boy's bad fast when it comes to poles. He was fast last night and then just drove that thing right into the wall. Like I said, it was a thriller last night, folks. Man, go back and watch the whole race. If not, man, forward that thing up to like 30 laps to go or whatnot. It was awesome ending to it. So, good battle between 4 trucks up there. Hopefully, we'll have a good battle here tonight.
Yeah, I expect so. I mean, we've got some good guys, you know, up front here. But again, you got Ryan Broderick. Qualifying in 3rd, and he has really been on it lately, man. Just on a tear here, running up front. You know, last night he came in late, so he didn't get to qualify, had to start the back. Wound up getting a real good finish out of that. So, and then last week had a great battle there at Dover, and just has really just come on strong in the last several weeks here. So I look for him to have a good night. I think this track here is really going to suit his driving style. Well, there's been a bit of an issue with trading paints and iRacing paint schemes where it takes you several minutes, and by several, I mean anywhere from 2 to 10 for it to update. And I know that because when I practiced earlier, I've got a new paint scheme on my Ford Mustang, and it was showing the new scheme but old numbers and old paint on the wheels and all that. So something's going on with that on these cars. They're still having some issues with the paints here. Either way, DeWalt's on the car, and he's got the power tools. I gotta say, I like the black paint scheme better. Whatchamadoodles. Ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Whatchamadoodles. Yep. Christy, you're in Michigan. I guarantee you've never heard that before. Well, that's a candy bar. Yeah. It's also good if you forget the name of it. So. We're full of jokes, people. We'll be here all week. Nobody said they were good jokes, but they're jokes nonetheless. All right. Yep, so if it messes up, everybody, just blame Sawyer Ott, or as Joe calls him, Sawyer Oat. And that's all I know to say about that. Just there we go. Look at that. Oh, little redneck ingenuity. Yeah, that there's a mouthful of stuff there, Joe. There's a lot of bad in there, but let's just hope we see a lot of bad green flag action here, bad fast green flag action, and not some cautions, because I'm really interested to see what these cars are going to do and how these guys are going to race each other side by side. I mean, I can get out here and turn 50 laps by myself, and it'd be just fine, but when you're out there racing with guys and they're pushing it, makes things a little bit more interesting.
Well, all that smell I just said, guess what? They didn't hear it.
No.
You know why? You know why? Because I had my darn mic turned on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, oh well. Anyways.
Joe said a lot of great stuff y'all just missed.
Yeah. Man, I just looked up and I just noticed when John said, did we lose Joe? And I looked up, I clicked off the thing there when I was doing what I was doing. But anyways, I went down the grid in order for you folks. And as usual, we're here at Iowa Speedway Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine. And the normal thing is, hey, as a pace car is going to do one more lap here, like I say, man, we got some bad fast cars and some bad fast drivers on a bad fast track tonight. And hopefully, like John said, there are some bad fast green flag laps, man, around here. And I did notice something out there. 32 car. Ryan brought it. He's not in the tide machine. He's in a pure later.
He got a different, is it Pure Later or is it Parker Stores?
Okay, my bad. Well, from the angle I've got, it looked like Pure Later. It might be Partner Store, my bad.
Yeah, Parker Stores, what that is.
Okay. Well, I knew it was different. We're normally used to seeing him in the Tide ride out there. So, sorry about that running order there, but at least you saw it. Anyways, just didn't hear me go through it.
Well, surprise, surprise, the 7's on pole, so.
Yeah, everybody got that part, so. All right, we're going green flag racing here, folks, and I hope everybody enjoys this, man. As always, Here we go. Pace car's about to take a hard left turn on pit road. We're going to send these machines a roaring here and under the lights at Iowa Speedway. Here we go. Green flag. Tyler Justice hammered down as he's going to head off into turn number 1. Boy, he's got a storm of them heading off down there as they're stacked 2 to 2. And they're almost thinking about trying to take it 3 wide.
Yeah, had a little bit of a bottleneck in the back there. The 85 didn't get going. 62 a highs, it got up in the wall. But everybody's going now. Everything's straightened out. So Tyler's taking off here. Got Michael Redmond in that 2 car riding that high side already.
Yeah, he is. Got the high side. Like you said, I think that's where the place is going to be for the time being. You can run the low side for a little bit, but you're eventually going to have to get up there towards the middle on the high. Right now, the top 3 men spread out nose to tail. Behind them, though, and Andrew Kennelly got the 10 Designs machine looking good as he gets back in the line. So they're all single file. Got to go a little further back before they go double file.
Yeah, you know, Andrew Kennelly's looking for a good finish here. Had a rough night last night there, but doing a great job at TN Designs Machine, proud sponsor here of OSR Network, and we're glad to have him. He does a great job.
Absolutely. And boy, I'll tell you what, look at Kenneth Jans. He is power the hot dog machine. That's what I'll call it, all the way to the front. So that way we don't have to say the other word too many times. And looking good because he's up underneath old Andrew Kennelly there for the 5th spot.
Yeah, Kenneth Johnson's another one, man. It just seems like, just has gotten so much better from the beginning of the season to right now. And the more he runs, the better he gets there. And he's gotten very good at accident avoidance, as we mentioned last night. But I'll tell you what, he finds himself up front there. He's been qualifying real well. And tracks like this really seem to suit him as well here. But see how he can take care of his stuff here for the long run.
Yeah, he does. Well, he's got his favorite machine beside him. It's the MotorSim Racing Magazine there. Aiden Young has brought that thing from 14th, folks. I think it's 14th. He was back a little bit, but either way, he's up there now in 7th spot. That's one you need to watch out for there a little bit because he'll be able to bring that thing to the front. Spence Thompson right there in 6th. A good little battle going on right there, 6th, always 6th to 9th.
Yeah, I guess Aiden, he qualified 11th, but the thing that he's learned, I believe, in league racing is patience and knowing that, we got a long way to go. Just take care of your tires, take care of the car, and you'll make up some spots here. So doing a great job there. And we got Spence Thompson, the champ here, and 89 in front of Aiden here, trying to get around Andrew Kennelly, and these guys getting a little racy up here. Yeah,
they are right there. Andrew Kennelly goes a little low, but he's got old Sawyer Ott right there in front of him, DeWalt Power Machine there. He's on the back deck with him, so he's looking for more in that TN Designs Ford Mustang, trying to bring it to the front, but he's still got the champ. So right now, everybody is kind of fanned out. Looks like they're being very patient so far. Good racing here, but still good close style racing.
Yeah, we got a couple drivers back here. I'm looking at Jason Alexander in the 5, Mike T. Bruno, another guy that's very, very patient when it comes to running here, and you got to be patient at this track, especially on those long green flag runs. But Mike's moved himself up into 10th spot now. Got Tommy Haynes on the outside of the 5, trying to take 11th away.
Yeah, it is right there. Those two guys look like they're running really well, coming up through the field there on the high side. As Mike T. Bruno's trying to bring that other Sim Spec PC machine. He did a wonderful job last night to bring it through the field. Started dead last and brought that thing all the way to the front and did a tremendous job, just like he said at the post-race or end of the race interview. Just burned the tires off of it trying to do what he could, but either way, he still brought it home to 3rd. So tremendous effort on his end. Right now looking good. Tommy Haynes right there behind him. And like you said, Jason Alexander right there in 11th.
We got Tyler Justice up front right now with just a big commanding lead right now over Michael Redding, Ryan Broderick, Sawyer Ott, Andrew Kennelly, Spence Thompson running 6th, Aiden Young, Kenneth Johnson 8th, Mike Bruno, and Tommy Haynes in 10th.
Yeah, right now, as we look back too, also here, as we go back to Derek Robinson sitting in a 12th spot, Jake Little right there in 13th. He's got Gordon Larson on his back deck, looking on the inside there. Now we got another Zach Linger, who won there this past week in the ARCA Series, the ARCA Series car. And looked good doing that. So he's back there in that 85 machine. And we got Ronald White back here. He's sitting in the 16th spot. Jason Berger 17th right there. Robbie Butler back there. He's on the field here tonight, 18th. Old John Barron, the MotorSim Racing Magazine man out there in the 69. He's 19th. And David Heiza, he's in the pits with Carl right now. I don't know what's up with that. But that leads us back up front. It's like you said, Tyler Justice, boy, he's checking out.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, and just want to make note here, we got Jake Little in the 18 car, right now running in 13th spot. He's in a battle right now with the 85 of Zach Lingren in the 00. Jake's first race here with these guys, and he runs the Hollywood League. It runs on Friday night that I run in, and does a great job with that. He's a very professional, very nice guy, and glad to see him out here, and so far doing a good job.
Yeah, he is doing a great job, man. You know, back up front here on second place, though, I'm watching Ryan Broderick right here, though, for a few laps, and well, he is stalking, man, the number 2 machine there. That's Michael Redding. I call him Mr. Evil Knievel. Yeah, he loves that paint job. But right now, and those 2 guys are nose to tail. I mean, Tyler's just way out there, got like a 1.4 second lead, and 2 guys behind him right there battling really good. But I mean, let me ask you a question. What are you seeing so far? You drove this track. What are you seeing so far? Anything different that you're seeing these guys are doing than what you were doing in your practice?
Not really. I think that they know, we got a long way to go here, and they're just being very patient. And the good thing about this track is you know when the car is kind of pushing. You can lay out of the throttle a little bit. Your throttle is very key here. And the good thing about this car now with the new setup and the tires is if you're a little tight coming off, you can give it a little gas and kind of punch it for a second and get that thing loose and help it turn just like you can a cup car.
Oh, absolutely, right there. Sorry about that. I was checking on something.
Yeah, great battle here with the 32 and the 2 car. Both 32's on the inside. Michael Redding's holding his own on the outside right there. And in my opinion, it could go either way. If you can get the grip on the bottom here, then that works out for you. But you can keep your momentum up so much on the outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Right there, man. They are side by side, man. Going into the turn here. We're at lap 18 of 215 laps here. It seems like a long way, but hey, it is a short track. Could go by very quick. Well, Ryan Broderick catches that curb down there, or the apron of the track, so to speak. I say curb. And he almost got that thing loose. Had to get out of the throttle there just a little bit. And that's going to let Sawyer Rock, man, come up there with the DeWalt machine and play a little bit.
Yeah, so far I think all these guys are doing a great job of just being very patient, seeing what the car's going to do on this run, and see what it feels like. A lot of these guys, they've never touched this track. I mean, they probably practiced before just like I did, but like I said, you don't know what it's really going to do until you get out here and you race with guys, because you got some guys that want to push it. Then you have to decide if you're going to push it or if you're going to kind of lay back and take it easy. But so far, a lot of patience being shown, and really good racing.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of good racing right now. Sawyer Rock's been able to pull up there. Right behind him, though, man, we're seeing a good battle back there. That's Spence Thompson and Andrew Kennelly back there, man, trying to mix it up a little bit. And Aiden Young, he has been able to drive that machine to the 7th spot. I'd say look for him, man. He probably learned a lot last night. Maybe look for him to be patient and bring that thing up here towards the end. Right now, still, though, Tyler Justice is just... He's a man on a mission, and he is hammering it. He's got a 2.6 second lead over Michael Redding.
Yeah, the thing, it's great. Tyler, we know that he's super fast, and we've seen him do very well on, tires that are used up a little bit on some tracks. But, we like the long green flag runs is what we like to see, because it helps with the racing. It helps get guys spaced out. We know who's taking care of their stuff. But it also shows you what some of these guys are doing. Are they pushing very hard in the beginning, and then it comes back to bite him in the end? And sometimes with Tyler, he gets up there, gets such a commanding lead, and it's almost like he doesn't want to back down. So we'll see how it works out for him.
Well, here's the next question. We're at lap 23 of 215, pit stops here. I'm going to say it's probably tires will probably last a good, probably solid 40 laps or more. Being a shorter style track, you'd be able to know better than I did. You said you did 50 laps or whatnot. So if let's take that scenario and true there. He's got a commanding lead. He's jumped out front as we got a car spinning in the back there. And that actually looked like Kenneth Young's.
It was. He got it back going, so it looks like everything's okay on his end.
All right, let's go to replay there. What I was about to say is, though, even though he's out there into that commanding lead, at some point getting that style lead, if he can hold on to that thing, even if he starts losing time, it might work to his advantage, because the other guys back there, by the time the end of the run comes, if he goes to a green flag, they're not going to have enough time to move him down. So eventually somebody's going to have to not let him get that far out. As we're watching this, and we're going to talk about net code, man, that was major right there between the 19 and the 72. As, okay, Ken's out there trying to throw hot dogs all over the track, folks.
Yep, but you know what? The man's still in great spirits, man. Listening to him on the radio there, and Bruno and him were talking. Tommy Haynes was talking to him and told him he thought it was net code there. And Kenneth just never gets upset, man. The guy's always in such a good mood. It may not be that way when he gets off the radio with somebody or gets done with the race, but you talk about just having fun and professionalism, and the man just exudes that every time he's out here.
Well, right now, a good battle, second spot. What do you think Ryan Broderick has to do to get around Michael Redding? We know that high side, middle lane, high sides are where you want to be to get that run off of it. And we're getting, longer into the run with the tires, but it looks like he's trying to go low. The problem is that car's just pushing up the track and getting too loose on him on the entry there down low. I don't know. I mean, is he going to be able to make the pass on the inside?
That's going to be very tough. You see him right there. He gets loose. I was just about to say you can try it, but you're not going to have the grip. You've got to run that high line. And I was thinking in 3 and 4, he really could go to super high, above that white line there. See where Spence Thompson's running right now is really where you want to be right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, right now they're door to door. You got Sawyer out on the outside, Ryan Broderick on the inside right there. And he's going to have to probably give way. Like we said, that outside is probably going to be superior, and then he does, man. He folds back in line right there. As he's trying the inside, I mean, he's got a fast car. That's the thing. It's very frustrating to a driver to know. So, man, if I could just get around the guy in front of me, I could set sail and take off. The problem is, hey, it's not the guy in front of you's duty or job to just move out the way. I mean, if he's got just a fast enough car, he could take that lane away from you. It's your job to get around him. Either a couple ways to do it. One, you can run through him, obviously, move him, or two, drive around him.
Well, none of these guys are named Jimmy Spencer, so I don't think we'll have to worry about anybody doing that this early on in the race. But you're right there. I mean, as long as the guy's holding speed and not holding you up, it's not a problem for them to stay in front of you there. But this type of track here, and here's the thing about this car too that I noticed in running so many laps earlier is it really gives you a false sense of grip at this track. You feel like, okay, I can run on the inside, I can play with the throttle a little bit. Then on exit, it just kills you, and you realize, okay, my tires are gone, and so you have no choice but to run a little bit higher. So I think that Ryan's learned that. He wanted to try that inside to see if it was going to work, and the car the grip is just not there for you right now. So the car makes you think it's there. You feel like you can drive it down there, and you can, but you get back on that throttle, you really got to wait a little bit longer.
Well, we just saw Aiden Young try the same thing right there on Spence Thompson. Was on the inside of it, got loose coming in, and that's going to leave Andrew Kennelly. He's going to try to get on the inside there. The 10 Designs out there, man, they got the MotorSim Racing magazine. He's not going to. So, yeah, I'm already starting to see a trend here as later on into the run, and maybe early on with new tires, it might not be such a bad thing, but later on in the run here, that inside line's just not going to work unless you're just really, really feathering that throttle, because it looks like they just can't make that pass.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all about your wheel input here. You really have to turn the wheel at this track, especially in 3 and 4. You're turning it so much the whole way. Even on exit, you're still turning. As we know, it's got a D shape to it. So the outside line really pays off because obviously you're turning the wheel less. That means, less of an angle, and the tires can grip it better.
Yep, right now we're at lap 35 of 215. I'd say probably the next 20 laps. I'm going to say 20. Maybe correct me if I'm wrong on it. Probably going to see some green flag pit stops here. And these guys are really going to be like, hallelujah, fresh tires. Because you got to start really being easy on it. I'm noticing something. We got a 3-car battle going on up here. The thing about it, we was talking about it a minute ago, John. Catching a guy and passing him. Sawyer has caught Michael Redding. Thing about it is, unless he's just that much faster than him, getting around him is going to be very, very hard.
Yeah, so you just have to run where they're not, and the problem is everybody wants that high side right now. So nothing wrong with just holding your spot right now. Like I keep saying, we have a very long way to go. Just hold your position here and just try to make it to the to when you need to pit, when your pit window is, and it's going to be based off of what the leader does here, and it'll be interesting to see if anybody short pits to try to make the pace of the race a little bit faster.
Well, what lap do you think you would pit at? I mean, you did 50 laps. What
honestly, I would pit at lap 50, honestly.
Okay, cool. Well, then that means we got about another 12 more laps where we start seeing some green flag pit stops. And it's been an exceptional run here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine. We're here at Iowa Speedway here under the lights for the Xfinity style cars. And we was up here talking about, because right now you're watching a good battle. That's second, third, and fourth place runners right there. The problem is, we've seen it a couple times. Guys dive down that inside, try to make the pass. You think you're going to hold it. That car just starts stepped out loose here. So a good nose-to-tail battle going on. And I think we talked about it prior, John, was, hey, the middle to outside lane is the lane to be at after a while. Maybe on new tires, you can hold that inside, but after a while, you're going to have that middle high line.
Yeah, so on new tires, you can be so aggressive and really just drive it down to the yellow line there and be real aggressive with your wheel, your throttle, your brake, everything, and you feel like Superman, but it doesn't last very long. So, if you're going to make up spots, restarts are the way to do it on new tires. And, if you short pit, it gives you a chance to get out there and make up a little bit of time. If you're a little bit further back, short pitting is a very good option for you.
Well, right now, I would say this, Tyler Justice's got a 6-second lead. The thing about it is somebody's going to have to figure out if he gets out there and gets that much of a lead, and I was mentioning about it earlier, if he gets that far out, it won't matter if they start running him down within the last 10 or 15 laps of a tire window, so to speak, because they just won't have enough time to run him down. And he'll just continuously, every time he gets tires, make those big leads and stay out front. So somebody's going to have to figure out a way to keep him within, I'm going to say within 2 seconds of him. 2 or 3 at least, but a 6-second lead, that's pretty far out there.
Yeah, it is, and the only way to do that is your pick strategy has got to be opposite of what the leader does. So basically you're not putting yourself necessarily in the same window as him. So, if you're in the back right now, anywhere from second, third on back, I mean, honestly, with the lead that he has right now, short pitting would be a good strategy right now. Pit before him, make up some time, see how that plays out, and go from there. Now, if you feel like maybe you're in it too hard, you burned your stuff up, maybe take a little bit better care of it, and at the end of the run, you could be a little bit faster than him. But that's going to be a tough thing to do, as we know Tyler's super fast.
Well, right now we got a 3-car battle, and you know what? All that just went out the door. Caution is out. Wow.
Yeah, but what a great 44-lap run here as the 23's down on the front stretch here in the grass.
Well, what I was about to say is we had a great 3-car battle that Spence Thompson was slowly but surely catching them up there. We'll watch this replay here on the thing now. Yeah, it changes everything, but it really doesn't change. I mean, because we went 44 laps, that's almost a full green flag run. So really probably about, like you said, 6 laps or so, maybe off of what. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Tyler Justice. I was just watching him while I was talking. That looks just basically a case of a guy, man, just had more speed coming in the turn than the other one did. And just one of them racing deals, basically. But, yeah, here comes everybody. The bad thing is that's the leader. So, wow.
Well, and I think Jason was trying to do the right thing. I mean, and he was. He was up out of the way, trying to let the leader go, and Tyler may have thought he had more grip than he had there coming off.
Yep. Yes, Cameron, this is iRacing here. iRacing Motor Simulator here, and they do a good representation of what real life is. I always say about as close as what you're going to get here to what not actually getting inside one of these cars. And if you do, hey, great. Me, I can't fit in one unless they come up with a convertible. So, with that said, hey, we're in the caution over the first time. That was a good long, like you just said, John, long green flag run. And that'll give us a chance, though. Let's talk it over. We can maybe get a talk in with Tyler Justice right fast. As I noticed, he didn't take his quick repair, so.
Yeah, it's very early on for that.
All right.
Angle, hold on. Again.
Tyler Justice, Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, Joe, I got you.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a good, phenomenal, long green flag run out there, and you were setting a good pace out there. Good battles going on there behind you, everybody having good patience. So now, since we ran about a good solid 44 laps straight, and you felt the tires, man, go through the transition period, how did the car feel from the start all the way towards the end of the tire run?
Car feels okay. I mean, it's tight like it's going to be, but if you sit there and be patient with getting back on the throttle, the car turns pretty well in the middle of the corner. So if we can keep that up, I think we'll be in good shape.
Awesome. Well, I tell you, was your car getting tight or loose on the run? It looked like, man, it was becoming a kind of a one-groove track out there as the run went on.
Yeah, it turned into one groove, but for me, turn 1 and 2 was perfectly fine. Coming up off of 4 was getting a little tight there towards the end of that run, but overall, it felt pretty good. All
right, well, tell you what, guys. Hey, I got a hats off to you. Phenomenal run right there. Good 44-lap stretch, and that's awesome. So I'll see you at 2:15, gentlemen. Good luck out there. All right, well, he feels like his was... if his is pretty stable like that, then I fear for the rest of the group out here, drivers, because if he's got that good of a handling and feel of the car, is what we were seeing some of them other guys, looks like they were having a little trouble with the car just pushing up or getting loose on them.
Yeah, well, the other thing is, what we saw behind him were guys, battling hard with each other. Obviously, it's racing, you want to pick up spots, but in doing that, you let him get such a large lead, and you got to keep it in the back of your mind now. We've had a long green flag run. If we have another one, you don't want him to have a large lead. So sort those positions out and understand we're very early on in the race here.
Absolutely, and that's what we were talking about. Do you want him to get back out there another six or so seconds? Because I'm gonna tell you, you let him get out there that far, even if you start running him down or his car starts falling off, he was able to maintain 6 seconds all the way up to a 44-lap run, which is about 6 or 7 laps off, I'm going to say, of what green flag pit stops would have been. The problem is you're not going to have enough time to run him back down. So constantly throughout the race, he's going to do that. So it's going to be interesting to see here. Now, he does have a little damage. Let's see if that hurts him on this run here. So he's saving that fast fix for later on.
Well, yeah, and honestly, taking the optional repair real quick to talk about that before we go green. Optional repair, now the way they've updated it, doesn't fix your car completely. It's just like in real life. They would just tape it up and you go back out there, so it's still damaged and it still hurts you. So sitting there losing that time on pit road, not worth it right now.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I didn't know that. Like I say, I haven't really gotten to race a lot here since the new build. And what they got, the pace cars in. We're about set to go back green flag racing. It'll be lap 50 or 2:15. Boy, Tyler Justin, he does hammer it down right now as they storm past that start-finish line in a fury. Heading into turn 1. Michael Redding's back there too deep. Like I say, we're going to see if that damage hurts him a little bit. And even if it does, he knows what his car is capable of doing out there in fresh air. And he knows what he needs to do throughout the rest of this race. He'll probably let some of them guys go through a lot faster as Michael Redding's looking on the outside. These guys are going to be real racy on new tires here, John.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like I said, on new tires, you could take it down all the way to that line, and we see Tyler doing that. And but Michael Redding just super fast on the outside right now. And I have to think that damage on the right front is affecting Tyler a little bit.
Yeah, right now probably affecting his handling and so forth. Right now, those guys, Michael was able to take Mr. Evil Knievel on the outside, take him around. Hey, we appreciate it out there, Phillips, man. Thank you for coming in here, Cameron and all that. Well, I'll tell you what, look at Ryan Broderick all over the back deck lid, man. I saw you right as he's trying to, like I say, on new tires, they'll be able to use that inside. Oh, look at him slide up there. Andrew Canelli, boy, just look at that slide job all the way to the wall.
Yeah, just being super aggressive right now. Like I said, new tires, man, makes you feel like you can do anything. And you can. You can be super aggressive here, just like a short track. You can outbrake a guy. We see Tommy Haynes make up a spot back here. And you can do that just like Tommy's doing here. Get underneath the guy, get a good run on him, get back to the gas, before him, and you can get a good run off.
You know what? I think this right here might be the best thing to happen to Tyler Justice, because right here he's going to actually see what his car is like in traffic behind someone, and can he run him down just in case he gets beat off of a pit road on a pit strategy or so forth, or caution flies at the right time and he gets marred in traffic. Can he bring it back to the front? Can he make that pass? So this might be something more of a test here. He knows what it'll do out front. We've already seen it. Sails out like a rocket. What can it do, though, behind someone? That's the next question.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, with this track, draft doesn't come into play that much, but it's all about, I know what you're getting at is, the line, and can you have the grip there and take care of your stuff enough to get around somebody. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do, but that damage, I think, it's played a little bit of a part in it, but honestly, with the speed he's keeping up, not that big. So good decision on his part to not sit on pit road to take out optional repairs. He'd be stuck back, probably outside the top 10 right now.
Yep, absolutely. Well, his lap times aren't falling off like you would think they would be. As right now he ran a 22.9. Michael Redding ran a 22.977. He ran a 949. Ryan Broderick ran a 943. He got around Sawyer Ott back there for the third
and
place.
Broderick's around.
Oh, Ryan Broderick, okay. I'm back here in the backside. Well, no caution. So we'll go back here and watch the replay on that one. Well, as I was saying that, I was back there in the back, about 7th or 8th spot, going through the field. I saw that Ryan had made the pass to second spot. And let's kind of just see. I think, man, he might have just got a little loose going in the turn. In the meantime, Tyler Justice was trying, seeing what he could do. Oh, yeah, he just got loose.
And just trying to keep it off the wall there and just put a little bit more wheel in it than he needed there. But got to try that. But we see Tyler right now. He's really flirting with the wall coming off of 4, and he's been doing that the last couple laps.
Oh, well, yeah, we just came back live and was on Ryan Broderick, and he just pounded the wall, man. Just came up there and just hit it, just like Tyler did there. So, he's got it. He probably hurt those. Now, that's another thing we need to talk about. Tires. Here, folks, the new build. Again, I haven't experienced it. I don't know if you have, John, or not. But from my understanding on the new build, you can flat spot these tires if you slide them and lose a ton of grip. So I'm wondering, by him sliding through the track like that, he hurt the tires, and that model that they've got now really is a good representation, because I've heard the tire wear falls off pretty tremendous now.
It really does, and like I said, when I go and do a run, and I told you earlier, you know, before the race, I really had to make myself wreck here to see what it was going to be like, and I check my tire wear, and it really does matter, and it may be, you know, just maybe 2% more or 1% more wear, but that's a big deal when you're talking about guys that run fresh tires, and now you've worn your tires to the point where it's like you ran 4 or 5 more laps on them just because you spent out.
Well, the man on the move right now is Tommy Haynes. He is bringing that Firehouse sub, and he's bringing Aiden Young along with him as they go around Zach Linger. And just to answer your question right there, Jonathan, in the chat real quick, yeah, there is 2 TN Designs cars. Zach Linger actually has Andrew Kennelly make his cars for him, but there's actually some other cars out here that are designed by TN Designs. As they're one of the major sponsors here, so we do got a car around.
And talking about TN Designs, that's the 81 of Andrew Kennelly.
Oh man, hate to see that. Well, another thing, folks, I know you're not saying, well, where's all the cautions at? The thing about iRacing is, on some tracks, if they get off the racing surface in time and get back going, iRacing won't trigger a caution. And I know, but same thing that Ryan did. He just came out of the turn and just got loose.
Yeah, he did, and the reason there was no caution is he was below the line there off the racing surface, so it wasn't a danger to anybody. So somehow iRacing figures it out, and they know that, so there's no caution.
Better than me, man. It better than me.
Yeah, but I have to say too, I mean, that's a good call, man. You hate to keep causing cautions and whatever, but nobody else was hurt by it, so just gather it back up and keep going.
Well, here's the thing. Everybody pitted on that last pit stop. They're all pretty much the same cycle of what they were with the first 44 laps. We wasn't seeing anybody getting loose coming off of 4. Now we're seeing guys getting loose. I'm not sure, do they run a dynamic track weather here or not? If they do, could now the track be changing enough that in this segment of runs, because we're on another good long green flag run here, could those cars actually now be turning a little bit tad loose than being tight?
Well, it can be, and because, like I said, the car here gives you such a false sense of security, what you're trying to do now is you're like, all right, well, that first run was pretty good, so let me try to push it just a little bit more. And the thing about this track is you can have so much wheel in it, and the car turns great, and then all of a sudden on exit, it wants to break loose with you. And I felt that doing those runs earlier, and eventually, like I said, I just had to race it, push it to the point where I made myself wreck. And that's how I did it, was basically just really overdriving, being way too aggressive.
Well, absolutely. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out here tonight. We're at Iowa Speedway here under the lights for the Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine. And we got 20 of the bad, fast guys out here from this for the Monday Night Thunder Series here. And these guys are going to put on a good show so far. Had a long green flag run. I'll tell you what, a very long way to go to lap 215. We're only at lap 69 here. This time, next time, Bobby, lap 70. So definitely a long way to go still yet. We've had some good green flag runs, but I tell you, I got a feeling these guys right now are more on a let's see what my car can do kind of strategy, because at the end of this one, believe me, I think business will pick up front.
Yeah, definitely will. I mean, right now everybody's kind of running, you know, nose to tail, kind of spaced out a little bit, so you have that room to play with. If you make a little error, you can gather it back up here. And that's another good thing about this track is it's not so line sensitive, so throttle sensitive. You know, you can kind of miss it and you're going to be okay. So you can try to push it, try the inside line, see if you have grip. And I've been watching Tyler Justice here in the second spot doing that a little bit, and now he's gone back up top here because he sees Redding doing that. But for a couple laps, he would still take that car all the way down to the yellow line.
Yeah, and he is trying. I mean, now's the time to do it. Why not? See what that car does. Like I say, he's behind somebody else. He needs to see, okay, can I take this car and physically, you know, run a guy down on this line? I mean, he is way up high, floating with disaster at that wall. I still think, you know, he knows right now he's got a fast car because he's got damage and he's been able to hold right there with Michael. If he gets that thing fixed, he's like, look, if I can get out front, I know I can set sail, but what can I do to run a guy down and then get around him safely? I mean, hey, look, folks, we all know the bump and run. I call it the kick and run, but hey, we all know that. And they can do it. The problem is you don't want to do that to a guy at 150-some, almost 160 mile an hour, because you take a chance of tearing yourself up too. So it's one thing in Martinsville, it's another here.
Well, you can kind of do it here. Me personally, I don't really care where I'm at. I'd wreck my grandma to win a race. If it's at the end, all bets are off. But, you know, this early on in a run, you know, guys aren't going to. But Tyler fought back on the inside. Look at well, I thought he had the grip there, but Redding fought back on the outside. But Tyler's running that low line and making it work.
Yeah, what he did was he arced that thing very high and then got a run coming off the turn and dove down the inside. And I'm like you, I thought he had him cleared. He might have just not heard from his spotter. If he would have moved up there sooner, he would have had him cleared. And, you know, a lot of people are like, well, man, that'd been kind of rude. But, hey, he cut his nose off either way. If he's clear, he's clear. Probably didn't get to the announcement in time to move up, which gave Michael an opportunity to power back on that outside. And right there probably taught him something. It's like, okay, look, I can make a pass on a guy by arcing it up high, getting a run off the turn, but I'm still going to need that outside lane coming off the turn because Michael was able to fight back.
Yeah, and you kind of see what Tyler's doing now. He's going back to what he did before, go back to that high line, try to run him back down because he lost a lot of time being stuck on the inside there. He couldn't get back in the throttle, so that's how Redding got so far ahead of him. So now trying to make up that time and maybe take another run at it and see if he can get by him here.
Yep, well, as the meantime, right there in third spot, well, Spence Thompson's right behind Sawyer Ott. Sawyer Ott's been doing really good in the D-Walk machine there. They're coming to the front. They're slowly but surely catching them. They're about 1.6 seconds behind the leader here. This is a 2/10 difference between 1 and 2. They've been having a good battle. If they get up there and battle side by side, it won't take long for Sawyer, Spence, and all of them to get there. Tommy Haynes, another man on the move. Zach Linger right there. So got a good 3 cars right there. But again, like what we saw in another green flag run, it's one thing, man, catching the guy. It's another getting around him.
It is. And right now, Tommy Haynes has been one of the fastest cars on the track here when it comes to these leaders and making some time up here. So I think, you know, he's got a good handle on his car right now, you know, with the tires being a little bit worn.
Yeah, him and Mike T. Bruno, I'm looking at the times, are two of the fastest cats out there. Mike T. Bruno sitting in the 8th spot right behind Aiden Young, right behind Aiden Young, Zach Lindgren. But Tommy Haynes is definitely, again, this is another thing, seeing what guys can save tires, who can, who can't, who's going to be the fastest later on. I mean, this is what they need. You know, if you're this close to the leaders, you got a shot. Second and a half, boom. Oh, Dre come out there yelling. Yeah. Y'all's race over with? Well, that's a quick race. Well, that's the quickest race I've ever seen. ExtremeMotorsports99.com ever had.
It must have been a good low caution race there. That's good.
That's what I'm saying. No doubt. Well, for some reason, somehow, Tyler Justice got around Michael Redding. And right now, Sawyer Ott side by side, door to door. They're coming to the line this time by for lap 82 of 2:15. Man, doing a good one right here. As Spence Thompson does. So we got about 4 cars here about to mix it up. Now, how long can Sawyer Ott stay on that inside lane? I just don't think Michael Redding's car's handling like he wants to, but we'll look at that power move on the outside.
Yeah, well, the problem is Redding got into the wall. You can see he's got damage on the right front right there. So, don't know, how bad that's going to affect him, but that's how Tyler got around him. Wow, the 35 just slides right up there. I thought for a second they were going to make contact.
Ooh, did you see what he did the prior time, though? He wiggled up there a little bit, wiggled a couple times to see if he had the opening. He did that because he saw what the 89 was doing. I think Michael Redding right there might be holding it. Look, oh! Well, we said 3 wide.
It happened.
And he made it work. Tommy Haynes brings that thing, man, a 3rd spot. Wow, in a power move, boy, he shoved that Firehouse, man, to the front and passed 2 of those guys. So an awesome battle going on here. And don't hold on to it yet, because we got Aiden Young coming up there along with Zach Linger. Folks, we're going to have about 5 cars here in just a minute. Be all nose to tail. And I think that's what we're about to see here, John. And we're going to see later on in these green flag runs, if they keep going this way, these guys are going to just close in on each other because they're all running pretty darn equal right now.
Yeah, well, Tommy's got some good lap times. 23.650 to Redding's 7.65. Tyler ran a 7.18. Ran a 6.53 that lap, so picked it up a little bit. But, yeah, these guys right here, they're all on top of each other. But Spence did a terrific job, keeping off of that 35. And I believe Redding just got in the wall again.
Yeah, I think his car's not handling to the likeness right there. Sawyer Ott takes it on the outside. Spence Thompson's there. You got Zach Linger and Aiden Young gets a little loose back there, losing it. Well, I tell you, Zach Linger, well, and we talk about loose. There goes Spence Thompson.
Yeah, Redding just bad tight, pushed up the track there, and collected 89, pushed him up the track.
Well, let's go back on the replay and show it, because no caution again. That's another thing. We've been lucky enough to keep these things under green flag running conditions here, because we've only had, Michael Redding pounded that outside wall right there. We're seeing a replay. That's going to let Sawyer go on the outside. That stacks up everybody behind him. Man, he's hurt bad. He's down the inside. Yeah, it gets a little bit tight. And we're going to talk about some more net code. That's what that looked like again. Just awful bad right there for those guys. Just got together, slid down through the infield a little bit. No harm, no foul. Still the man out front, though. Tyler Justice out there again. But now it's going to be a big question. Can Tommy Haynes run him down? Because Tommy Haynes is he's actually running faster lap times than Tyler Justice.
Yeah, Tommy's been very good on a long run, and he's usually good on a long run anyway, and so taking care of his stuff right now. But big beneficiary of what happened there is Kenneth Johnson. It moves him into 7th place. He's got around the 85 now for 6th place, so he's coming up through the field here.
Well, that's going to make old Just Christie out there. She's probably jumping up and down on the couch in the living room, man, clapping her hands, going, yay! She's awesome and excited. So, there's your mental image for you, folks. And anyways, Tommy Haynes is bringing it to the front. Folks, hey, kind of different here. It's been some awesome racing. I am a hats off to these guys. It's been a great race so far. We're at lap 90 at 2:15, 91. 1 caution so far tonight. They had a long 44-lap green flag run. This one's the second one here of a long green flag run. Tyler Justice has been out front most of it here. Michael Redding was up front there. But it's gave me and John a different perspective of calling this race, because we've been able to analyze a lot of what the drivers are doing on this track. But it's just some tremendous racing that these guys are putting on here at Iowa.
They're doing a great job, and Tyler's still putting down some pretty good lap times. He ran a 6.76. Tommy Haynes ran a 6.03, so just a couple hundreds, several hundreds faster. But, nothing too bad there. So Tyler's doing a great job maintaining that lead he's got.
Yeah, now one thing that does tell us right there is if Tommy gets close enough to Tyler and on a long green flag run, he might be the man that might be able to run him down. With a 2-second lead, he's going to be able to run him down, but he's going to have to use this as kind of a bar, saying, okay, I can't let him get out there 2 and 3 seconds on the initial run. If I could keep him within, let's say a second, then I could probably run him down by the time it is. And if this thing, knock on wood, goes green the rest of the way and we have just all green flag stops, that could play into Tommy's hands very well.
Yeah, he's had a super car on the long run, and now Tyler's taking that very inside line all the way to the bottom, drifts it all the way up to the wall there. Let's see what kind of lap he has here. A 23.762.
Yeah, the problem is Tommy Haynes had a 23.643 on his, so almost a tenth difference between the two. He keeps doing that, he's definitely going to lose a lot of time. But hey, that's what you do when you got that kind of lead. Why not? Try different lanes, try different stuff. I mean, let's fan through the field here too, since we're so spread out. We got Zach Linger here sitting in 7th, Spence Thompson there in 8th, Jason Alexander right there in 9th. He's got Ryan Broderick right there behind him sitting in the 10th. Robbie Buckner in 11th. Gordon Larson 12th. Derek Robinson right there in 13th. Michael Reddings fell all the way back to 14th. Jake Little, first man of 1 lap down. He's sitting back there in 18th spot. And Andrew Kennelly got caught up in a little wreck himself there. He's in 16th. Jason Berger 17th. John Barron back there in 18th. 19th is Ronald White. And David Heisenman rounds out the top 20 here. So not bad looking so far, as I think our leader's going through lap traffic now.
He is, and that slowed him down a little bit, ran a 23.719. And Tommy ran a 23.607.
Well, here's the good news. If he keeps doing that, when they do their pits, do you still, if you were Tommy Haynes, would you short pit or would you pit on the cycle with Tyler? If
I were Tommy, I don't want to be Tommy. Not that he's a bad guy. He's a super guy. But if I was in his position, I would pit when Tyler pits, because you've proven yourself now. You know that you're faster than him on the long run. So you don't have to worry about short pitting and making up time, because you make it up at the end of the run.
Yep, absolutely. Well, right now he's doing good in that Firehouse submachine out there. And Sawyer Ott, another one looking good out there in this DeWalt powered machine. He's coming through lap traffic himself. He's right behind John Barron and company. He's got to be very careful, man, with those guys when they're side by side like they are. Him and Jason Burgess right there. So he's got to be a little patient. Let them guys sort it out before he can come around them. Because you know and I know, if you're a lot faster, it's easy to run up on somebody and get in trouble.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And I believe we're going to be coming up on some green flag pit stops here pretty soon. We see these tires going away. Tommy pushes way high up in 1 and 2 all the way up to the wall there. Made him lose a little bit of time.
Well, I tell you what, we were just talking about being patient, and something that a driver, man, fears the most. They see a lap car hit the wall in front of you, and that's what John Barron did, and Michael Redding right there in front of Sawyer Ott. Boy, he's like, me, please get me out of here. I got cars hitting walls everywhere. Oh, Jason Burgess and them get together. Yeah, I feel with you there, John. We're about to see some green flag pit stops happening.
Yeah, these tires are almost completely gone now, and looking at lap times, you can really tell they've fallen off big time. Tommy's ran a 23.7.5 now, so and he's just pushing. Looks like he's got no control here.
Yeah, he does right there. He's definitely off the pace just a little bit. Sawyer Ott's been able to run him down. Tyler Justice is the one man out there that's been kind of constant on it. But at least Tommy was able to learn something there. Once he gets out of traffic, he's able to match, man, Tyler Justice times up there. So here's the thing: if you know that and you see it, you got to think in the back of your mind, if I can just get near that guy, I probably got just as fast a car as he does.
Well, yeah, and you're going to make it up here. I mean, get in there and get some tires on the thing, and we'll see. Maybe some of these guys like Tommy, Sawyer Ott, some of those guys maybe push a little bit harder in the beginning than they did in the previous run. So it'd be interesting to see, because you're going to have to do something special, something that the leader, or what Tyler Justice is not doing. Obviously, if you want to get by him, he's just been class of the field, leading this race so far from start to where we are right now at lap 106.
If I can get a car close enough to the back of Kenneth, I'll be able to see what he's got on the back. The problem is my far chase cam doesn't show me what it says. Oh, and
John
Barron.
Barron.
Well, we're just watching it from the nose of Zach Lindgren, and we'll tell you, he just cut right in front of him. I'm watching the nose of Zach Lindgren because he's one right behind Kenneth Jans. And Christy S said, want to know what made John laugh. And he is gaining on him, so hopefully here in the next, here we go. Put a wiener between those buns. Okay, all right, that's what it said.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, Christy. That made you happy. I wonder if that's their actual slogan.
It's probably not.
I mean, could you imagine going to a shop and I mean, I would just have a mental image of that. While I was eating.
where you walk in the door and you're like, welcome to Wiener King, where we put a wiener between the buns.
Yeah, it just wouldn't work. Yeah,
I really don't think that's.
Yeah.
If Kenneth owned it, it would be.
Yeah, true. But then I'd have a problem every time I try to eat a hot dog from there because that just would be a mental image of, no, wouldn't work.
Good Lord. This has gotten out of hand. Thanks to Kenneth Jones. I think he has brought stuff up in our broadcast more than anybody I've ever seen.
He does it on purpose, man. He does it on purpose.
It was cotton candy one time.
Yeah, cotton candy. And then he had crabs. And now he's got hot dogs. So he's went from cotton candy to crabs to wieners. So, wow, what a combination. Well, Tyler just, yeah, that's what I did say. Tyler Just is still a man on point. Man, I tell you what, now they're getting through some lap traffic. I thought we would start seeing some green flag stops by now, but nobody's has come in yet. We're at lap 111 or 215. I mean, can anybody go 60 laps out here?
I mean, obviously, you can. And like I said, I ran about 50 laps knowing that you could go a little bit further, but it was time to come over here. And I really didn't plan on doing 50 laps. The car just kept going. So,
yeah.
But really, at 50 laps, I was like, that's enough.
Well, I don't know if you just saw what I saw. Spence Thompson, those Ryan Broderick right there bouncing off each other side by side. Zach Lindgren right there. 3-car battle. And I just think these guys got some ill handling cars at this point.
And the leader's now in the 24-second bracket, turned to 24.173. Tommy had a 23.9.
Yeah, I think these guys right now are feeling it. They're probably screaming at the pit crew out right there, man. I need tires. I need something. I need help because these cars are getting ill handled.
Yeah, they really are. And I got to think, if I'm sitting in second, third, fourth place here, maybe you come here in the next couple laps and put the leader in a position where he has to come pit because his times are going to be so far off. And you may be adding another pit stop in your window, but you're going to increase that race pace there to give yourself a chance to catch up, because right now, continuing to run like you are isn't really helping you any, and it's letting the leader get further and further away.
Absolutely. Old Dre out there said only on the OSR network. Yeah, it just seems like I always bring the weirdos over here for some reason.
And now we've insulted everyone. There you go, people. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you being a part of OSR network, and it's been fun.
No, hey, we have fun, and that's made our main slogan here. We make broadcasting fun. I got to thank Robert Moyer for bringing that up. That's awesome. Because we do, man. It's all about fun. Great racing that we're seeing out here, too, on this track. Well, I'll tell you what, right there, Ryan Broderick almost got up into the side there. Kenneth Jans, as he's going on the inside, they're door to door. Kenneth goes up high. Looks like Ryan Broderick's going to take the spot on there in 6. But, yeah, hey, look, I want to appreciate all the viewers. It's just fun to be able to get out here And see, guys, man, have fun. See, that's the thing. I like that the drivers feel comfortable enough to have fun. Now, there is a limit that I will go, and yeah.
No, there's not.
Well,
No,
I've had to pull a car. Next thing, and I've pulled a car before because I thought it was too much over the line. Now, I mean, there is a limit. So, hey.
Now look at this. Only Davis Richards would know that there's a Wiener King in Ohio.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I knew it. He's educated people. He goes to Texas A&M.
He said
We call him the Raggedy Aggie.
Well, you're right. John Marine says we got a little about 100 laps to go. We got less than 100 to go now. My thing is the green flag stops. Nobody has came in, and we got to be working on the 60 lap point now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I would pit. I would pit right. I mean, you've run over pretty close to that amount of laps now. You're not gaining anything by doing it.
Absolutely. Well, Evan, you know what? You lose viewers, you gain viewers. I always say, hey, look, if you like what you see, hit the like button, hit the share. If you don't like what you see...
Don't say it. If you don't like it, just get over it. Go watch somebody else.
Yeah, John says that.
We're just two rednecks in there having fun. We don't appeal to everybody. So.
Absolutely not. But we're just curious to see right now how long these guys can go because, John, that last caution was, I thought it was around lap 50. If so, we're talking 60, 70 laps they've run out here.
Yeah, they pitted at lap. Wow. It was 44 coming to 45.
Wow.
So that's a long, long way to go. But
yeah.
But honestly, you're losing so much time. As I've looked, I mean, Tommy's gone from being, 1.7 behind, now he's 5.4, and you're just letting that lead, grow and grow. And if you pit, you're going to cycle back around and give yourself a chance. The longer you stay out and let Tyler get that lead, the more you actually put yourself in a corner to where you can't make up time.
Well, and
I'm sure I'll talk to Tommy after we talk every time after the race.
Yeah.
And I want to know how far he really wanted to push it here because it's pretty interesting to me. It's almost like they're trying to take it down to one more stop.
Well, that's my next thing I was about to bring up to you. Is that what the strategy is? That you might as well at this point, you've stayed out 70 laps. Why not try to, you can make it that far. Are you thinking about one more stop?
Well, obviously you are at this point with the amount of laps that you've got on everything and what we know you can run. Like I said, personally, I would have pitted much, much earlier and increased the race pace. Now you force the leader to make a decision. Does the leader stick with their strategy or do they have to pit? And in my opinion, because the fall off turns out to be so terrible, you put them in a box where they've got to pit. Now, yes, you add one more pit stop to the equation, but you increase the race pace. And once you're the first person to short pit, you make everybody make that decision. So if everybody pits like you do, then you've done a very smart thing, and you're the person that's going to reap the benefits from that.
Yeah, and again, folks, we're looking at it as a point of this thing has went on a long green flag run. It's been an exceptional race so far. All Tyler Justice show out there and the SimSpec PC machine there. Looking very good. We went on 44 laps to the beginning of this race. Kind of recap here. 44 laps, we went green flag, had a quick caution. And ever since then, everybody came in and pitted. But ever since then, they have been out here for a long green flag run. We're lap 128 to 215. So we're talking 70 laps or so. Now me and John's
Tommy's pitting.
Okay, well, then that's probably, we're going to watch Tyler here then real quick, see if that forces him in. But what I'll say is now we're looking at, will that force them to go, or how long will now Tyler stay out?
Yeah, we'll see. And I'll guarantee you one thing right now. Tommy is probably listening to the broadcast on his phone as he races and heard me say that. So if this doesn't work out, he's going to be extremely mad at me.
Well, Tyler's got his mom watching probably. I think she's watching. Is Miss Larson out there tonight? We'll see if she pops up in the chat.
At least you said her last name right this time. You always call her Lawrence. And I was like, that's not right.
Okay. Well, you know what?
Yeah, it's Larson. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I messed up everybody's name. Well, here's the thing, though. You see Tommy Jones,
It's not on you, Jones. There we go.
Tommy. See, you done got me all messed up. Tommy Haynes.
Yeah, I jacked you up. There we go. I've been accused of a lot of things before, but that, my friend, is
I don't know why I'm getting Tommy Jones from him. Maybe he just fits a Tommy Jones.
I didn't know you were a Tom Jones fan. I'm going to send you a CD.
There you go. But Tommy Haynes, what we just saw right there, came out of the pits right in front of, and like what you said, yep, forced his hand. He had to come in. As soon as Tommy came out of the pits in front of him, he knows now it's a matter of time before Tommy runs him down. Also, this is probably going to have to force Tyler's hands of using that fast fix, because he can't gamble on a caution the way this race has been.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, I would save the fast fix. The car's been running fine. You're turning great lap times. You've been increasing your lead. Don't use it right now, because you never know what's going to happen. We get another caution, get these guys bunched back up on a restart. They get really aggressive because they know they've had a hard time catching you. Anything could happen.
Yeah. Well, let's actually see now how far Tommy is right there.
He's back on the lead lap right now. He's in 8th position here.
Okay. He's showing him 38 seconds, but
yeah, it's got to cycle back around here. So
it'll click as soon as I go to the line here. So I'm kind of curious just to see what we're going to see here. And he did use a fast fix, by the way, so maybe he's banking on the fact of, I know what you were saying, anything can happen. And, it's not over with, obviously, but if this race does go green, then, yeah, hey, he looks like, golden. John out there in the chat, the Joe Ism compilation must be a 4-CD set.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those late-night commercials when nothing else is on TV, and we'll have some D-list celebrity talking about it,
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
For 3 payments of only $19.99.
Yeah, you too can have the Joeism set.
Well, have you always wondered what a redneck says when they don't know what else to say?
Yeah. John, like somebody like John Windlass. And now he come in here tonight.
Come on, man.
Oh, no, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, well.
You have to make me use my announcer voice.
There you go. Well, Tommy Haynes is sitting in 5th right now. It's showing him about 10 seconds back. He is gaining on him a little bit. I hate to say it. He's probably going to need a caution, or he's going to need Tyler Justice to mess up. I think at this point, yes, he's probably a little faster, or they're both swapping times back and forth. But if Tyler Justice keeps up with the pace he's doing right now, it's going to be a long night for everybody else.
Yeah, but now you see what I'm saying here is Tommy is now 11 seconds behind, where he was 1.5 or 1.6. If he would have pitted, he wouldn't be this far behind now.
Right.
So that's why I said I would have short pitted on that cycle right there and see how that plays out, and I think he'd be a little bit further up in the field. Obviously it's not over. Tommy had a lot of good speed, on the long run here. Just take care of his stuff, roll through the corners, and take care of it. And not just talking, we got Mike Bruno's up here. Sawyer Rott's been up front all night long, so we got a lot of guys here in the mix, but you just got to take care of your stuff and see how things shake out here. But, if this thing stays green, these guys are going to be in trouble here.
Yeah, the thing about it is these guys are going to have to take it 80-some laps. That is a long way. I think it's a long way. Might not be for this short track. In 80-some laps, I mean, obviously anything can happen, and we're sitting here thinking, hey, it's going to go green the rest of the way. We obviously know they got enough fuel to do it. Tires is going to be the issue. Boy, they're 3 wide there with Robbie Buckner in the middle of Spence Thompson and company. Oh, and now Kenneth Johnson right there just flipped right behind him. Oh, Robbie Buckner, man, he was trying to hold on. He's the one who hasn't pitted yet. I think he's made his second pit stop. Oh, sure hasn't.
Yeah, well, and that puts him in a pretty good spot, to hold on to it like that and keep trying to run out here. But we'll see what happens, because, he may pit, but Tyler may come pit too. These other guys may just say, heck with it, and put some tires on it and be able to run towards the end.
Yeah, and again, like I said, we're counting on the fact that this thing goes green the whole entire way, which it has for most of the race. Anything can happen. I mean, I know 20, 30 laps go, these guys are going to start picking up the pace, pushing these cars harder. And if a caution flies, usually going to fly around in that time. Could be before then. And caution at that point, though, might really mix it up, because one, it's going to bring Tommy up there, Sawyer up there. Everybody's going to come in the pits at that point. You would just be kind of crazy to stay out, because you'd just get run over. So you'd have to come into pits to get tires. So definitely a caution at this point would definitely mix things up.
Oh yeah, but everybody would love it, because that's going to bunch the field back up here, and you got some guys that are a lap down here. We got 7 cars on the lead lap right now. Ryan Broderick being the last one on the lead lap. He's 21.3 behind. And we have a caution.
Oh, well, we were just talking.
And it's the 90 that stayed out.
It was John's fault. Well, let's see what happened. So we're going to replay here, and just got a feeling he probably
and he's still spinning.
Yeah, he's got tires that are just worn. He's probably got no tires. I'm surprised. He's probably sitting on some rims out there. And we're watching replay here. Sawyer Ott's right there on the inside. He goes up high. Oh, and Mike T. Bruno right there, wrong place. Yeah, it's just basically a guy on new tires, one on old. One had slowed down way too much. Well, what do you do at this point? Never mind. Tyler Justice says, I know what I'm doing.
You pit.
Tyler Justice wasted no time pitting, and everybody came in with him. So this is going to make it interesting, folks. Here is going to bunch the field up. Now we're going to have to see, because Tyler's going to have to probably run that car hard. And if I was those guys, Sawyer and them, now's the time to say, okay, look, I know it's still 60, 70 laps left in this thing, but I got to think about running it hard to keep pace with Tyler. And then I'll just have to kind of worry about the tires if they fall off later, because Tyler's going to run it hard. If you let him get back out there again, from what we've seen, I don't want to say, take anything away, from what we've seen, running him back down is just a very hard thing to do.
Yeah, and the other thing that they did is they gave him, pit road basically under caution right there. And I was with the update, iRacing sends the pace car out. You really have to haul, the mail through here to catch up to the pace car. But they pretty much gave him pit road and gave him the lead coming off by not catching up to him.
Yep, absolutely. So again, definitely these guys are going to have to put it to the wind here on the. I feel at this point, normally I'd say it's not quite yet to go, but from what we've seen here and the pace of the way this race has been going, you just can't afford to let him go out there on new tires, get another 4, 5, 6 second lead, and then try to run him down, because, well, we're just speaking from experience of what we've seen happen in the race. Nobody's been able to. Don't want to take it away from them or say that nobody can. It's just we haven't seen it done. And if I was a driver, yeah, I'm going to try to stay on his back bumper or do what he's doing the best I can for the first at least, 5, 6, 7 laps.
Yeah, so I mean, now you've got to push it just to see what you can do with it. And the other thing is, you want Tyler to use his stuff up. The guy in front of you, if they're faster than you, run them hard now, make them use their stuff up as well, because you've given them a chance to save, and you see you can't run them down. So what's the next best thing to do, besides wrecking them? You don't really want to do that. Make them run their stuff so hard and use up their stuff, and then that puts you on a little bit more level field with them.
Well, I tell you what, let's real quick get a talk with Sawyer Ott and see what he thinks. Sawyer Ott, it's Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
24, I got you, Jeff.
Well, Sawyer, I tell you what, man, we had some extremely long green flag runs here. There's been some exceptional racing out there and a lot of strategy playing out. And y'all have, a lot of guys out there have been able to see what Tyler can do out there when he gets out in the lead. So, what are you thinking you have under the hood of that DeWalt machine out there to maybe do anything with that 7?
I think we got a car that can hang if we can just stay up with him in this restart. He's definitely the class of the field. And, I feel like I was definitely better on the long runs. I would have liked to see it stage run, but it did give me a chance to catch that up soon. So I don't know. I just got to get a restart. I did not get a good restart last time, so hopefully I can do a better job at that. But I don't know. We'll just have to see. Racing's been really awesome so far. I hope it's exciting for y'all as it is for me, because I've had a blast and a lot of good, hard, clean racing, and hopefully we can finish this off.
All right, absolutely. Well, good luck out there, gentlemen. Getting set to go back green flag racing. Yes, it has been real quick. Guys, man, see you at 2:15. Man, it's been an exceptional one out there. Good luck, gentlemen. Well, there you go. He feels like he's got a car that can do it. Time's going to tell whether or not. He just needs that restart. And obviously, Tyler Justice has the control of the restart here. His pace car's coming out of turn 4. We'll take that hard left turn on pit road, send these machines a-hauling down here at Iowa under the lights here, Grand National Series. And there goes Tyler Justice. He gets a good start. So does Sawyer. So does Mike T. Bruno back there. That's going to be the key. Whether or not those guys get a good jump. Here it comes the 19. That's the teammate of Tyler Justice. And he's another man that might be able to run him down. So we're going to have to see. Like I say, it is go time. And Ryan Broderick says, I am gone.
Yeah, just giving a shot to Bruno's really look at 3 wide.
Wow, 3 wide back behind him back there. That's Sawyer right along with Mike T. Bruno, Ryan Broderick. These guys are definitely picking the pace up. The problem is while they're picking the pace up, it's letting Tyler Justice lay down the pace as he is set and sail and gone. Just not what they want to see. They need to get sorted out and find out if they can run him down or not.
I tell you, man, Tyler's just really putting down a blistering pace here. I don't think anybody's got a car to beat him. I believe the race is going to be for second, but just like you said, you don't want to sit here and fight so long. You're just giving him the track and pretty much handing him the race here.
Hey, absolutely. Right now, Aiden Young, the man on point right there, sitting in 4th spot. He's on the inside. I saw you right, looking good. They fan out, man, single file. Mike T. Bruno, though, has been able to power that thing to the front. Now, they did what we thought they was going to do there. They went for it. They put the hammer down and tried. The problem is, I'm like you, man, that rocket ship out front in number 7, he is gone, and he is bad fast here tonight at Iowa Speedway. He's got his teammates, man, worked himself up to 14th there to 2nd place. Thing about it is now, can Sawyer get back around him? And Aiden Young, another one right there from 11th all the way to 4th. Last night's winner, Tommy Haynes pulling it up in the top 5.
Yeah, Tommy had himself a little ball there with the 32 of Broderick, and kind of looked like they made a little bit of contact there, but it's also interesting to see these guys when they do push it. It seems like they can only do it for a couple laps, and then you got to back it down. It's a 72 with Kenneth Janssens around.
He is. He's on the infield. Oh, hits the inside of the pit road, so no caution there. So we was just riding along with him. Saw him get loose coming off the turn there, so the hot dog machine definitely, man, smashed his bun there a little bit, so he'll be all right. I got a good battle going on for 2nd spot. Well, look how Sawyer out went on the inside and got a little tight. That's going to allow Aiden right there to get on his back bumper. This is about the same battle we saw before. It looked like you could catch a guy, but passing him was 2 different things.
Yeah, it absolutely is here. And you see these guys just taking different lines here, trying to see what's going to work for them. But the biggest thing is the way that you can really disrupt a guy is if he gets down a little low, you see where Bruno's at now. If you could drive that thing in up high or stick your nose down on the inside, maybe run that guy up a track a little bit. And while that may sound like dirty driving, it's not. That's racing. You stick that nose in there, run the guy up a track a little bit, and make it play to your favor.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm noticing right now. Tyler Justice got out to a 2.8 second lead. His lap times, the last couple laps, were slower. I think he's watching that relative there and saying, look, if I keep him at 2.8, 2.5, 3, it's all she wrote if it stays green. Even if they gain 1 lap, I go back another one, because it looks like he's swapping back and forth lap times there. Nobody's making no significant runs. Yeah, Mike T. Bruno's just not catching enough.
Yeah, I got to say, I'm very impressed by what Tyler's been able to do here tonight. normally we see him, super fast on short runs, when he's got fresh tires and the car feels good. And then later on in the run, not as fast, and see guys catching up to him. And Mike Bruno is the type of guy that we see him hang back a little bit, take care of his stuff, and catch up. But nobody can catch Tyler tonight. He's just done a magnificent job from start to finish right now.
Yep. Unless he just messes up, and hey, it could happen out there. Anything can happen here. He's already gotten one little bump up there, and he's been able to use that fast fix. Didn't really slow him down a lot, just a little bit. Right now, good battle going on for third spot. Sawyer Rott right there along with Aiden Young. But still, we got to get my hat off to old Sawyer Rott. Not had the season he's probably wanted. Had a kind of up and down roller coaster one. But tonight, he's actually putting on a good showing out here in that D-Walk machine. Sitting in third spot. Started fourth. Sitting third right now. So, might be able to get him a podium finish. And, it's not over with yet.
And Sawyer's one of those guys, this season so far, it's kind of been feast or famine. We see him running up front in the top 5, or he's, been caught up in incidents and things happen. But, he's proven himself and shows, that he can run up front with these guys, and he's just as fast as they are. So, a very impressive driver, does a great job. I just got to get that luck to turn around sometimes.
Yep, absolutely. Right now, Aiden Young's all over the back deck lid of him. Tommy Haynes right there with him. That's your top 5. Ryan Broderick's there in 6th. Gordon Larson 7th. Zach Linger at 8th. Spence Thompson 9th. And old Jake Little's been able to move it back up into 10th. As Spence is the first man lap down. Jake's the second one lap down. So we got 8 cars sitting here on the lead lap. That's due to the long green flag runs that we've gotten in that caution coming out. Boy, I'll tell you, it's been a tremendous race, folks. Appreciate everybody coming out here watching this one, because it's been one heck of a strategy style race, but still been some good close racing here at Iowa Speedway. Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine. Awesome. What's going on, Corey Warden out there? How you doing, man? As always. And I didn't get to comment on what Trey was talking about. Good job, man, to Ryan W. Daniels. He was over there representing OSR Network for us at the Online Sim Racing Network. I don't know what the number was, but it was over there for the Truck Series, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Appreciate, Ricky and them doing that stuff. As we got the Dre broadcasting one coming up this Thursday. And, folks, I'm going to hand the keys of OSR Network over to Ryan W. Daniels and Sean Zulu from Dre Broadcast. I will still be there punching buttons and stuff. I'll be on the mic if they need me, but I'm going to let them do most of the talking, so we'll see how that one turns out.
And that's Thursday?
Yes, sir.
At the Cup race? So
yes, sir.
Good. I won't have to worry about Ryan talking to me, because I'm never up front in those Cup races.
Well, we can pull you up, man. I can do that. I can pull you up during the race, yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you how fast Jake Nichols and Bobby Chaney and some of those other boys are there.
There you go. Absolutely. Well, and that is right. Hey, come out and watch John T. Wimmis. He's running there. Charlotte races Thursday. I mean, we've got a tremendous race going on here, though, and these front runners here looking really good. Sawyer Rott's right there. Aiden Young. Man, look at Tommy Haynes get a run there. He's watching on the dash cam here. And that's Dre said out there. Yes, old Shulu. So 50 laps to go.
Shula.
Wow. Shula, yeah. I call him Shulu for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, Shula. It just stuck. I guess I put his first name and his last name together. It's just one of the running jokes.
It takes a while, but I tell you, how cool is it, though, that OSR Network and Dre, Dave and Sean and those guys, y'all work. Dave came on with you last week when I was gone and called a race with you. How many broadcast networks do you see that work together and you support each other and you're happy for each other's success? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't see that anywhere. And it's great that OSR Network and Dre Broadcasting with Dave and Sean and his team there, come over here and you guys support each other and you really do care about the other guy's success. And you and I talk about it away from everybody. And, people are like, oh, y'all guys are competing. We're not competing. We like to see them succeed just as much as we want to succeed here as well.
Yeah, I've said it a million times. I'm not even competing with the bigger guys out there. I want to always try to grow and get better, and I hope everybody else does too. That should be the mentality. It's fun to me, and it's fun. And I see old Dave out there said, Joe not talk. So, yeah, it's going to be different. Because you know me, John, man. I love calling these races. So, Ryan, get ready.
It's going to be interesting, but Ryan does a great job, so he'll do it again, and it's luckily for him, it's going to be hard to not do a great job, with those guys over there. So it's a great group of guys. I've really enjoyed being a part of that. As much as I enjoy being a part of this, I love being here racing with the Monday Night Thunder guys on Sunday, calling their races. You have a great group of leagues that you call, and we're not just saying that they are great, good drivers. And just from a driving standpoint, I enjoy it on Sunday with these guys, and on Thursday, I'm having a blast. I'm not running up front, and being that competitive right now, but I had no intentions of that because they got some great drivers there. You want to see guys that really put the hammer down and know what they're doing. Check them out, on Thursday night.
And it's like the race here, as boy, I tell you what, I saw your rock goes 3 wide there. It's like the race here, man. If somebody doesn't like racing like this, man, I just don't know what to tell you. You can't be a race fan, because this has been a tremendously awesome race here, and a nice one. Right now, we see the front runners going through some lap traffic, but we got a battle going on. Mike T. Bruno just got ran down by Sawyer Ott, Aiden Young, and Tommy Haynes. And Tommy Haynes is going to be very aggressive. Might not work out for him there, though.
Yeah, it's when they're super hot and just pushed real bad there. I think he thought maybe he'd have a run. Maybe he was trying to avoid, running the back of the 19 as well. So just a good, safe move on his part there.
Yeah, well, it brings Ryan Broderick up there into the picture, too, as all these guys now are battling. Aiden Young just not getting a run. Look at Tommy Haynes. Oh, wow. That is a good driving save job. I got it. Well, my hat's off to those guys for that. The problem is, Aiden was on the inside. Tommy just, I'm going to say, aggressive move, lack of a better word. Put it down there and went 3 wide. Made it work. Problem is, Mike Bruno got a little loose, got in the side of Aiden. And a good driving job with them, too, not to lose it, though.
Well, I mean, got to be aggressive, man. That's the only way you're going to get around somebody here. And yeah, that was a super aggressive move, but it's racing, and that's what you got to do. And Mike Bruno, he's a good competitor as well as Aiden. They know that hey, if they had that run, they'd have done the same thing. So
yeah, and we're seeing Tommy check out now. He's in the 3rd spot. I just don't know. Does he have enough time? Is he too far back? He's sitting about 7.6 seconds back from Tyler Justice. Right now, he's got Ryan Broderick, though, man, all over trying to climb on his back deck lid. It just seems like those guys are swapping positions and whatnot here. As we see Aiden Young going the inside of Mike T. Bruno there. They're door-to-door battling it out. Like I said, it's getting down to closing time here. These guys are going to pick it up just a little bit from what they are. The man out front, though, good thing about him, he's got such a big lead. He doesn't have to pick it up until, 10 laps to go. I mean, if he starts to see them close in massively, yeah, he'll pick it up then. Oh, that was close right there.
Yes, we're on lap 180 of 215 laps here. And really that move, from Tommy, there was just aggressive inside move, and Aiden was just trying to give him room on the bottom. Maybe thought Mike had a little bit more room up there, but super tight racing, but they did a great job. And they're all great competitors here doing a good job. But, you're talking about being able to catch the leader. I don't think anybody can, honestly, unless Tyler, slips up somewhere, gets loose, or finds the wall. And it just comes down to this. As we see 32 getting the back of the 17.
I saw that. Looked like the 17 got a little loose, had to get out of the throttle, man, and 32 was right there and just bumped him in the rear just a little bit. Didn't send him around because the way he bumped him square and was able to get off of him really quick. You're right. And just to clear something up, we're not saying that none of these guys can't beat Tyler. It's just, hey, he's got a car tonight that's just bad fast. I said it. All these guys got bad fast cars. Tonight he's just got one bad fast machine out there and is laying down some blistering times out here and is doing phenomenal on this track. So, we're not saying that any of these guys can't. It's just tonight's probably Tyler's night and he's getting it done.
Yeah, he is. Just to put a bow on what I was saying there, we saw 32 make contact with 17. It just, if you're running second, third, fourth, fifth, battle for the position that's in front of you. If you're far behind there, if you're Sawyer Ott right now, just stay in your position here. If you catch up to the leader, that's great. But if you're running second, third, or fourth, and you feel like that's all you got to take care of your stuff and just focus on finishing the race in that position.
Yep. Well, we just see Tommy Haynes right there. He went high. Looked like he got a little tight going into the turns right there. Let Ryan Broderick go on the inside and take that position away. It's a good battle for 3rd spot there. Sawyer still, he's still 6.8 seconds behind. And he's running times with Tyler. That's the thing. When they get later on in the runs, everybody runs times that Tyler's running. The problem is early on, you're letting him get so far out, and then by then trying to catch him. It's going to take him making a mistake. And you know and I know, John, once you get that far out there, hey, you just got to cruise. You got to be careful, take care of your stuff.
Oh, absolutely. With the lead that Tyler's got here, coming in the late stage of the race here, you just got to maintain and just hit your lines. Just make good, consistent lap times. That's pretty much all you got to do here, and just hope a caution doesn't come out.
Right now, the 7, he's just on rails out there, and really the biggest thing two things he don't want to see is going around lap traffic and see someone in front of him wrecking him, get involved in it. 2, basically losing the race for himself in a nutshell. He's 7 seconds ahead right now, and he's just gaining. He's putting down faster lap after lap. Right now, he pretty much could losing himself by overdriving the car, making a mistake in the turn, hit the wall. We've seen it happen. But I think lap traffic's probably his biggest fear right now.
Yeah, you just have to find a way through there. But still, with the lead he's got, you just be careful, pick your way through there, and understand, the lead that you have and just try to maintain.
Yeah, right now, Aiden Young is stalking the number 17. Tommy Haynes been able to close in on the back deck lid of him. Both of them got a little bit of damage. One's got nose damage, one's got damage in the rear of it. As they go up under the lap car there, Michael Redding. Michael gives him plenty of room on the outside. Got an 09 machine, the Motor Sim Racing magazine. Boy, I tell you, last night, Texas, he did a thrilling race there and took the win in the Truck Series. And you're right, 25 laps to go here. It's going to be exciting. Like I say, the 7 machine out there, he's got a 7.5 second lead here at Iowa tonight, and he's just walking off. His lap times constantly a tenth faster than the second place man, Sawyer.
Yeah, we see Tyler's catching up to some lap cars here, so see how he gets through there. But just taking his time, run that low line. See these guys moving, trying to get out of his way a little bit. Professional move by them, let the leader go. We don't want to hinder somebody's race, just because you're out there running around. But those guys have all the right in the world to be running. And the 8:18.23 got real close right there.
It did. Well, let's get a quick summary right here. Lap 190 here of 215, 5 lead changes. 2 cautions, folks, for 10 laps. That's right, 2 cautions. My hat's off to these guys tonight. They've done a wonderful job here at Iowa Speedway under the lights for the Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine. It's been a you might think, well, man, 2 cautions. I bet they've just been fanned out running around. No, it's been some good racing. It's just what you're seeing like right here. Guys have been able to run up on each other and go. Really the only guy that's actually just killed the field, so to speak, has been the man out front, Tyler Justice. But for the most part, it has been a really darn good race here. These guys have put on a good show. Sportsmanship, hard racing. You can see someone got some crinkled fenders. That means they got in each other, got in the wall. But for 2 cautions here for 194 laps so far, 215. It's been a wild one for short track racing.
Yeah, it absolutely has. Really, no cautions, low caution number. That's what you want to see as a racer. Somebody runs a league, it just shows you how good the guys can do. And you like seeing that. And on this track here, that's really accomplishing something. It's a very difficult track and difficult to run side by side here. A lot of bad things can happen, but these guys have made it work. And I think, we've seen a lot of great racing. We've seen a couple incidents. Some of them were from, net code, really. So it's been a very good, clean, professional race.
Absolutely. Right now, definitely Spence Thompson, the first man a lap down. He's trying, he would hope that there'd be a caution like now so he could get back on the lead lap and hopefully have another good finish, even though he's sitting in 9th spot. What's going on, Speed Racer out there? How you doing tonight? George, how are you? Man, I want to welcome everybody out here because we're here live, man. OSR Network Live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitch, Twitter as always. Check us out online at onlinesimracingnetwork.com. At the Grand National Series presented by Motor Sim Racing Magazine, Iowa Speedway here tonight. And Newton, USA, we got a clear skies out here. And it's awesome, man, what these guys have been able to do and put on. Long green flag run as we're just kind of fanning through the field here, John. And some of the cars, some of them got some dented fenders.
Yeah, some of them do, but I'll tell you, somebody's car who's clean right now is that the 00 of Gordon Larson Jr. running in the 8th position. He's 21.2 seconds behind the leader, but got to give a call to him. We don't talk about him much or pay him a lot of attention. It's not on purpose. We pay a lot of attention to so many guys running up front. But Gordon, with another good run here tonight, running top 10.
Yeah, he is right there. You're right. 8th spot. Matter of fact, sitting there, and he's right behind. He's got Jake Little right there in front of him. Just riding along here as Jake Little goes into the wall. That's not what you want to see, though, as a guy in front of you hit the wall and come off of that wall. Wow. And John Marine Hunter, I got it bookmarked. How you got it bookmarked? Are you talking about the website?
Yeah, he's got OSR Network bookmarked.
Oh, okay. It's Online Sim Racing Network, by the way.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, I get technical about it.
It's a lot of stuff to type.
I was surprised that website was open and available. Who would have thought Online Sim Racing Network.com was available? I mean, that's kind of like the most, I would think, probably one of the most generic things to find, and I would have thought somebody would have had that, but hey, it's available, and I got it.
And you're the luckiest redneck ever.
Yeah, I wish I could get that lucky on the lottery, but it don't work that way. And I guess if I liked fishing, I'd probably say, well, I guess I hope I get that lucky when I go fishing, but I don't like fishing.
You don't like things that are quiet and time consuming.
I don't like watching grass grow either. You got nothing to say on that one, do you?
There's so many things I could say, but I just won't.
Well, what do we say here? Tyler Justice is the man who is just dominating right now. I mean, that's pretty much the word that we could use. He's got a 9.5 second lead, working on a 10 second lead right now as we come to lap 203 of 215. Closing in on that 10 lap mark here, folks. Sawyer Ott's right there in second. Ryan Broderick, watching him sitting in third. Now, he's almost trying to battle the man in second, so we'll watch this battle here a little bit and see if he can't close in on that number 35 machine and get around him.
He's going to try, but he's going to have a hard time on that low line now with these tires being the way they are. Just, if I was him, run that high line, see if you can't catch up with him there. But it goes back to, do you have what it takes to get up there? Do you have the car that can make it work? And if you don't, then just run consistent lap times and get a good finish, good points night, and, just go on from here. But it's going to be a tough task. Yeah,
if he can get close to him, we were talking about before, do the bump and run there, so... spinning the series time. Oh, like Ryan said, I don't like spinning the extended. Why not? You don't like us? That's terrible, John.
Well, good. So when the race is over and he comes in TeamSpeak wanting to talk to us, we just boot him.
There you go. That's a good idea. I could turn his mic off one night.
Yeah, Thursday night would be a good idea. That'd be a good time to do it.
He'll be just on there talking, and all of a sudden people will be like, hey, is Ryan talking? Oh, my bad.
He ain't gonna know what to do with himself.
Oh, no, he's not. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. He'll do fine, though. He knows that league very well, just like we know this one, know all the other ones. We were talking about a minute ago, when Ryan Broderick comes off that turn real high right there, watching him trying to stalk down Sawyer Ott here. Good battle for second spot. It can't take anything away from any of the leagues we do. I know I talk about some of them. I know we haven't mentioned it yet because I don't want to get too giddy or too excited over it, but last week it went very well. And yes, tomorrow night before ExtremeMotorsports99.com gets started, yes, we got the SRA 410 sprints tomorrow at 7:30. Actually, I'll go live around probably 7:05. And John's going to do some race analysis beforehand, and then we'll kick that thing off about 7:45. Green flag there. Check it out because we're going to be live YouTube, Twitch, Facebook Live, and on the iRacing Live portal. So that'll be interesting. As we were just talking about slower cars, and Sawyer Ott almost made contact with Jason Burgess.
Yeah, they made a little bit of contact there, but it worked out all right. But yeah, looking forward to the dirt track racing tomorrow night, man. I like old dirt track racing. Good stuff. America.
Yes, absolutely. Dirt track racing tomorrow night, so that'll be before the ExtremeMotorsports99.com. So hey, as always, doubleheader night here at OSR Network, and we love each and every one of you to come out, check that out tomorrow. And like I said, me and John will probably do some race analysis beforehand, and I'll be there calling the shots, man, going into those guys. They take off green flag for the 410 sprints there. So we got a good battle going on here for second spot. You said whether or not Ryan Broderick was able to get it. He's going to probably push it a lot harder this time. Folks, we're coming down to lap 2. Let's see if it switches. 2:11 or 2:15. So we're going to have about 4 laps to go next, or 3 laps to go next time by.
Yeah, the only thing Broderick needs to do is what he did right there, just run that line. He's got time to catch him back again and to try to run him up the track so he can drive it down way in there right now, but not able to get to the quarter panel there to run that 35 up the track.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is the battle. We're going to hold with this one because right now, Michael Redden up our rim riding that thing on the wall, keeping it up high. Because right now, Tyler Justice has got an 11-second lead. Unless he just blows up, destroys the wall, and also giving cautions out, forget about it. That is it, folks, right there. Wow. Because I was just about to say it, lap 2:15 ends it, but if caution comes out now, it ends it, and caution is out. What did you see out there, John? Because Tyler Justice just, well, he decimated. Actually, I see who did it. Michael Reddy. All right, well, going back on the replay here, because I saw Michael Redding get loose, hit the wall, and it was up on the wall. And we already see him in it because it collected the 89 there, Spence Thompson. I got a feeling he was up on the wall riding. See, he was up there high. That car was not handling the way he needed to. And I think Spence Thompson actually, well, he was first, one of the cars lap down, sitting in 9th place. All right, folks, welcome back here. Want to apologize for that. Well, that's well, we know who the winner of this one is, Tyler Justice. I tried to get back into the server, and it disconnected here. I guess good thing is it disconnected right at the end of the race. Bad thing is it did disconnect. But Tyler Justice pulls it off. I can't get back in there, so I'm hoping he'll come back up in here. I at least wanted to come back in here, at least let everybody know what was going on real quick. And what a race either way. That was an extremely good race. I loved it. Loved calling that one. That was awesome. yeah. Got a little technical difficulties. Trying to see if old Tyler Justice might pop up in the chat. I've never seen him pop up in, very few times I've seen him pop up in a TeamSpeak. But either way, John, got any final words, man, on this race tonight?
That was a great race. They did a great job, obviously. You know, only a couple cautions here, had one at the end, but it's a great job by these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, folks, again, I apologize about that. We'll just call it a red flag situation. At the end, technical side on anything, but this was an extremely awesome race. I tell you what we'll do. We will get a talk with the winners next week. We don't get to talk with them here, but yeah, now we no last lap pass. I know that. I know it was in and under caution either way, so we were good there.
I'm sorry to cut you off. I told the guys to try to come in the team speak here that are in the top 3 because everybody's still in the server here. So we'll see if some of those guys pop in, and maybe we could get a talk with them here before we bring things to a close.
There's Tyler. Who else was second, third?
Sawyer, Ott, and Broderick.
There's Sawyer. Okay. And Broderick. Ryan Broderick.
Yeah.
I don't see him in here yet. There's Mark Broderick. Is that who it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take that. Brian came in third.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring him up here in the team. Let's get a talk with him.
Hey, Ryan Broderick, it's John Wimbish and Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, John.
Well, bud, you had a good race there. You guys did a great job. Tell us a little bit about it, how the car felt to you, and man, it's just Tyler almost took everybody to the woodshed there. Did you have anything for him, or did you pretty much know you were going to wind up where you were at?
I think I spun out around lap like 22, 23 on my own, something there. Stayed green for about 80 laps after that, so I was seconds getting lapped at one point. I drove all the way back up to 5th, just saving my tires on that pit stop, and I just kind of cruised around there for a while. I wasn't very good on new tires, so kind of knew I wasn't ever going to get to Tyler. I had too many cars to pass. He ran a great race, and he was last of the field.
Yeah, well, nevertheless, man, great run by you. Congratulations coming home in third. It was a good fought race there. You had a lot of traffic to deal with, so you did a great job, man. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my teammates, Davis Richards and Matt Hoover. And I'd like to thank Parker Store. We got them on the car tonight, so that's always good.
Well, 10-4, man. Congratulations. Pleasure watching you again, man. Good to see you running up front again and putting on another good show this week as you did last week.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
All right, John, I tell you what, we're going to talk in here with the man here, the second place man, Sawyer Ott.
Hey, Sawyer Ott, this is John Wimbish and Joe White in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4, John, I got you.
Well, Sawyer, man, you did it, man. You were running up front there, and we talked about you a little bit during the broadcast. The season's kind of been feast or famine for you. You're either up front, running with those guys in top 5, top 3s there, or get caught up in other people's stuff. So good run for you tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. It feels really good to get, I know it's second, but 2 silvers in a row, and my second week with 0 incidents points. I'm really, really proud of that. But yeah, even in those races where we didn't finish well, we ran well and we were up front. It's just, circumstance. But I mean, man, what a race. I'm wore out. It was a lot of fun. And I mean, early on there, the 7, he definitely set the pace. And congratulations to Todd Justice. He whooped up on the whole field today or tonight. And so he definitely earned that. But I mean, I felt like we were a 4th to 5th place car, to be honest with you, but the 32 had early trouble, the 17 had some trouble. I felt like those guys were faster than us. The 19, I'm not sure what happened to him, but I'm wore out, but I'm speechless. I'm new to the league, so it's good to be running up front with these guys. But yeah, I'm not sure what brought out the caution at the end, but man, I had nothing for the 7, and I saw the 32 car just coming fast in my mirror, and I was doing everything I could to protect that top line and hold them off, because I'm sure, like y'all saw, you couldn't do anything on the bottom. So I knew if I could keep it up there, I could hold them off. But all in all, great race, and I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we definitely saw that, man. The bottom, once the tires were worn out, you just had no grip down there. Saw guys get a little loose there. Saw 32 trying to fight his way to the inside, but you did a great job and protected the outside line there. So, great run by you, man. Looking forward to many more of those. And congratulations. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, for sure. Got to give both you guys a big thanks for putting on such a great broadcast. Appreciate what Bradley and Michael do to put on this league. It's a fun league. I feel like I'm getting better with these fixed cars, these fixed setups. But yeah, I'd just like to thank my family and all the fans watching. And yeah, man, I'm pumped. So I'm excited for next week.
All right, Sawyer. Good job, man. Congratulations, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thanks, man.
All right, John, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to head down here to Victory Lane, talk to the man who just flat dominated most of the night here, Tyler Justice himself. Tyler Justice, Joe at the booth, got a copy?
Yes, sir, Joe, I got you. What's up?
Man, I tell you what, you flat just did it tonight. Put it on pole, led most of the laps out there, had the class of the field car. I mean, that thing was on rails. You could pretty much do about what you wanted with it out there. Had the car feel, because you're the winner here tonight at Iowa Speedway Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine. How'd the car feel out there all night long?
Felt amazing, to be honest with you, man. I mean, at the beginning of the runs, you would have to run around the mid to top line on fresh tires and to maintain your momentum. But after we got into the run a little bit, you kind of settle in on that bottom line, conserve your stuff a little bit, and just kind of ride. It turned amazing. It felt good all night. But like I said in the beginning, main thing was keeping up track position, because if you get back in traffic, it's really hard to pass. I could tell by just passing lap cars on how fast they were trying to get by them. It was really tough because of how tight it was. But it was a fun race. Glad we only had 4 cautions. That was fun, messing around, racing, and all that for that long, and only having 4 cautions. That was a lot of fun out there. But glad we pulled it off in Victory Lane.
Absolutely. Looked good out there doing it. Got anybody you want to thank for this victory tonight?
Yes, sir. I want to thank my sponsor, SimSpec. Go to simspec.com if you want to get yourself a PC. They got some great products over there. And I want to thank all my teammates and Michael and Bradley for keeping this thing going. And you and John, y'all do a great job with the broadcast.
Well, I appreciate it out there. Again, man, tonight's winner here, that 07 machine, Tyler Justice, put a hurting on the field here. Was bad fast in that bad fast machine. Again, congratulations on winning here tonight. Iowa Speedway Grand National Series presented by MotorSim Racing Magazine.
Appreciate it, Jeff.
All right, John. Well, like I said, normally we'd go down a running order here, but we do know Tyler Justice, the man, pulled it off. Right there, man. I saw you right coming second. Ryan brought it there in third, but it was a tremendous race. Hats off to these guys. Like I say, I think it 3-4 cautions, the whole entire 215 laps, and just it ended under there in the caution with a couple laps to go. But man, what a race, all in all. And you got anything final you want to say?
Yeah, it was a great race. I really enjoyed it. These guys did a tremendous job there. We saw a lot of racing. We saw Tyler just dominate, and great job by him, just dominate from start to finish there. Just always exciting to see somebody be able to do that. I think I like it when somebody's class the field. You put everybody in a corner. They got to find a way to beat you, and nobody could do it. But we got some guys there. Aiden Young had a great run. Zach Lindgren, Mike Bruno wound up 7th. Gordon Larson finished in 8th. So nice to see some of these guys come out here with good finish.
Absolutely. Well, you're right here, and I appreciate everybody, man, tuning in, because tomorrow night we got some dirt track racing going on. SRA game with the Showtime Shootout Series, 410 sprints right there. Check us out, 7:30 tomorrow night Eastern time for that. And right after that, ExtremeMotorsports99.com Xfinity Series action. So until then, it's Joe White and John T. Wimbs up here in the booth. Appreciate everybody coming out, checking us out. Thank you.